Hello, I'm bringing you now the Gibbous phase, and the Gibbous phase is still in the waxing of the 8-phase cycles, but is one step away from culmination or the full moon phase, which is often where people tune in and pay attention to what's happening in the cycles. Yet there are 8 cycles, not just full and new. This phase occurs after what you've put into things has taken place, the ideas, products, or events that seem viable, and the foundation is now being set. And it's time for further exploration for ideas, products, or something that has gained acceptance. It's a desire to perhaps let go of some of the negative, and a time to maybe deal with what is imperative. And so at this point, what do we have? Well, the current alignment astrologically in this Gibbous moon, and it actually went Gibbous a day or so ago, and I didn't get a video made because I happen to be quite blessed to have my granddaughter who are visiting, so that takes a little priority. Anyway, the current alignment suggests we are experiencing the Gibbous phase in Aries, and it is situated in the 4th house. It signifies a time, momentum, and preparation as the moon is now moving swiftly towards its full moon phase. The energies of Aries, a sign known for assertiveness and drive, is likely influencing the emotions of many. And Mars is the one planet that we know is erratic in a sense. And so often when we're under the influence of Martian energy, a lot of us feel rather uncomfortable. And I think that that might speak to some of what we are experiencing at this time. Moreover, the mention of feeling like I feel myself, like we're in a Shakespearean play that has arrived to direct us in some of our ways in our personal lives, in our heightened sensitivities. It just feels really theatrical to me. And I'm thinking, okay, I have a dear friend who lived in Iran during some of the periods of unrest, and they would have things drop out of the sky on them. And in these things that would drop out of the sky, the women and children and elderly would gather, and they would go to places that were obviously appropriate, and they would sing and dance. And the children almost hardly knew that something more serious was going on, although they knew, of course. But this is just to give you some idea that we spend a lot of time in fear, and there have been people that really have been in fear, and for good reason, and we have very little empathy for their experience. And perhaps it's time for us to understand some of these dynamics. Maybe this is what this moon in the 4th house in Aries is trying to help us understand, is that we're not victims at this point. We do feel very uncomfortable. Moon, let's see, the placement of Venus in Sagittarius in the 12th house and Mercury in the 1st house, because I'm bringing this up as they're out of bounds, which can contribute and is contributing to those of us feeling disconnected or experiencing a profound sense of loss. And we might have to be more practical. We might have to be more disciplined in our approach to communication and our thought processes, not maybe so free to say what we think. It's important and necessary to collect facts, to gain a deeper understanding of our circumstances. We need clarity. We need rationality in our decision-making. By grounding ourselves in reality and seeking information, we can make informed choices. that align with our goals and our values. We do not have to be caught in the tides and the winds of the energy, and nor do we need to be so focused on something that has to do with authority over the masses. We do not have enough information at this time, and we do not know what it means. Don't dwell on the past. That's not going to help. It leads to feelings of depression. And fixating on the future, as many of us like to do, it induces anxiety. It's important to be in the here and now, to be present, to cultivate a sense of community, to embrace those around you. This will allow you to fully engage and find peace within your own world. And perhaps the outside world isn't going to be easily navigatable for many of us. Maybe it will become better at navigating. I really can't say. And I don't do predictive work because it's too easy to be in a bias. And with that, this is the gibbous moon. And our next moon phase will be the full moon, which will then conclude the moon series, as this next one will be the final of the moon series. And additionally, I will be bringing interviews. I have an interview that has already been completed and it's in editing at this time. And it is with Glenn Carey, and he offers some very insightful information in astrology, and we cannot wait to share with you. And with that, please do like, share, and subscribe, and join me. Leave comments, become community with me. Thank you so much for joining me here today.